power. Here's where things could take a turn for the worse with the iPad mini 4. Apple's iPad Air 2, as I've mentioned, is the basis for this new smaller tablet, but it's not got the same power levels inside, as the benchmarks will demonstrate. The iPad Air 2 uses the Apple A8X chip, designed specifically for tablets. However, the iPad mini 4 doesn't take the same engine, instead going for the A8 chipset that was used to push along the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus, except it uses 2 GB of RAM, rather than the 1 GB used in the phones. The benchmarks aren't that impressive, with the iPad mini 4 being about as powerful as phones from late 2015, which used the mid-power Snapdragon 617 chipset. It's not a real problem in day-to-day use, as I didn't notice a huge amount of slowdown when opening and closing apps, but there's the future to think about. Given that most tablets have at least a 3-year lifespan, according to recent buyer surveys, the Mini 4 may begin to feel a little underpowered sometime before you're thinking about upgrading, so bear that in mind when buying, and think about whether something hyper-powerful like the iPad Pro might better suit your needs. That said, if you're specifically after a mini Apple tablet, there's not much better around. The Mini 4 is far more powerful than the iPad mini 2, so it's the Mini 4 or nothing if that's what your heart is set on. The benchmark results, explained in more detail later on, with the new tablet running iOS 10, show precisely what we expected. It's not quite as powerful as the larger iPad Air 2, but still acceptable given what's required from it.